Well, I was just in the new HSV Club Sport. It was great.
Yeah, well, I was just in the new Nissan Skyline GTR and I bet you it shits all over that Holden V8 tank.
Nissan Skyline GTR, they're just a big piece of Jap crap. Last time it won Bathurst, it was 1990. Holden's ruled the racetracks.
The only thing Holden's rule is the bogan clothing sales market. If the GTR was still allowed to run in Bathurst, the race would be won by 1 o'clock, giving everyone enough time to be home for dinner.
The only reason the GTR aren't allowed to run in Bathurst is because the shitty N1 oil pump would fail on the first lap and back-order parts from Japan would not even turn up until next year's race.
Ha ha ha. If that is so true, then how come Holden used their tough-built engines in their most award-winning car, the VL Commodore?
Holden did Nissan a favor. Holden final-tuned the RB engine by fitting a Holden logo to the rocker cover, and we were the designers of the famous nose pipe. Take that.
Yeah. Nose pipe. That is fully sick, bro. Maybe if you had half a brain, you would have fitted a blow-off valve, instead of inventing massive lag monsters.
Nothing turns chicks on more than hearing a VL turbo spooling up the street and dosing off as they drive past you.
Okay, it's true. Every time I see a Tweety Bird yellow VL turbo with faded gray bars and matching side panels, running those shitty gray 15-inch stalkers, hearing it lagging up the street, like the turbo bearings are about to fail, turns me on. It turns me on so bad. I just want to ride in it.
See, I knew you could not resist the hot looks and power of the VL Commodore.
It is so true. Who could not resist the awesome sound from its crazy cassette deck radio unit, running its powerful twin-speaker stereo system, also not having any airbags? Make it a great car towards Australian safety standards. I am so glad I was not a test dummy working back then. I am so happy OH&S standards are now in place for our work safety.
OH&S is for soft cocks. Harden the fuck up and get a Holden up ya. You shitty GTR would probably only make 300 kilowatts on a cold day running 45 psi of boost on E85 fuel.
A Nissan GTR would make 300 rear-wheel kilowatts, without even trying. Unlike you shitty Holden Commodore, which even its HSV model only produces 300 kilowatts. But after the engine power is transferred through its sloppy driveline, it only makes around 100 HP. Even my mom's Toyota Camry makes more power than that.
Your shitty RB26 cannot even handle being revved past 4 grand without pumping all its oil to the top end, causing its bottom end bearings to spin dry.
Yeah. Well, at least my RB does not burn its engine oil faster than its fuel. And my gay-ass cold-running piston slap does not wake the neighbors when I am driving to work early in the mornings.
This may be true, but at least my car is environment-friendly, unlike your smoke machine, which blows clouds of white smoke when cold, due to its gay-ass turbo seals and tons of black raw fuel, due to its poorly tuned ECU by Nismo.
Well, at least my engine is not a badly poor design, used back in the late 60s, when cube were cool and the only way to get more power was to increase engine size. People were so bright back then.
Bright? What you talking about? Your beloved RB engine block is made from cast iron. Cast iron. Now talk about some old school shitty design. At least our tough V8 engines are made from alloy, making them super strong, lightweight, and great for heat transfer. Unlike your cast iron RB boat anchor.
I am so sick and tired of you ripping on my GTR that was designed back in '89. If you compared what Holden had back in '89, it would be the VL Walkinshaw. While that was a car, Holden first V8 Commodore running fuel injection without some shitty aftermarket kit, like injection perfection.
Now you're talking. The VL walking sure was the shit. It pissed on everything back in the day.
Did piss on everything. Because every one of them had major oil leaks, and even with their gay-ass twin-throttle body manifold, there was only enough power to fry an egg. Even Nissan's S13 Silvia and 180SX running its weak-ass C18 turbo engine pulled more power and torque.
Don't make me laugh. A shitty C18 engine does not even have enough power to wind a Holden V8 over, and the only talk they make is how shit these engines really are. That's why 90% of people rip these gay engines out and fit SR20s. Not because the SR20 engine is better or makes more power, but because they only last 12 months longer instead of 6.
Oh, no you did not.
Did what?
I hope you just did not start ripping on the world's greatest 4-cylinder engine ever built. The SR20 is the shit. How dare you even try and rip on a world-class engine like the SR? No Holden shitty engine even comes close to the great design or performance this top engine makes.
What about Holden's Z18XE engine? Now, that's a better engine than your gay box SR20. It makes a killer 120 kilowatts from a 1.8-liter engine and can still get you 600 k's to the tank full.
That is so lame. The Nissan SR20 was making like 140 kilowatts back in the early 90s, and Holden's shitty Z18 engine has only been around since the past 5. This Z18 engine is so shit. Holden have so many tech line fixes for it, making the size of the Bible look like a post-it notepad.
Yeah. Well, what about Nissan VG30 engine? Now that's a gay engine.
You want to start ripping on V6 engine now, do ya? At least the Nissan VG engine had enough power to turn a doorknob. Unlike Holden's shitty V6 Vectra engine, which spends more time in the workshop getting repaired than being on the road.
Anyway, I don't care what you have to say. The Holden VE Commodore is a way better car than any of your shitty Nissans. It has so much torque. It could twist a 370Z in two and has so much horsepower. It would take out the Melbourne Cup. It comes with sat-nav, DVD player with rear headrest, TV screens, and Bluetooth as standard. Unlike your poo box Nissans.
Sat-nav. Who gives a fuck? I am going straight to the racetrack with my weapon, and I don't need some gay sat-nav unit to tell me how to get there. Also, who gives a flying fuck about rear DVD screens? My passengers won't have time to watch movies, because they would all be holding on for dear life. Bluetooth. Bluetooth is only for gay Holden drivers, who get sore fingers from calling roadside assistance all the time to come save them.
Yeah. Well, what about a FM? I bet your Nissan cheat box does not have the technology to be able to drop engine cylinders while driving to save fuel.
Active fuel management. Who cares? Us Nissan owners could not care less about getting from Sydney to Melbourne on one full tank. All we care about is how fast we get there. Time is money, baby. So do the math. Also, when a Nissan owner spends over 50 grand on buying a car, you think they give a shit about the fuel consumption? Only dumb Aussie bogans who take out 2 loans just so they can be cool enough to buy HSV Club Sport. And after 1 week from pulling skids, they can't even afford new rear tires, so they run around for the rest of the car's life with black stalkers on it.
Well, what about Nissan's new GTR? You can't even buy it in a manual. You only get that shitty sport shift auto crap. Is that because Asians cannot drive manuals? Ha ha ha.
Cannot drive manuals. Yeah right, dickhead. That's why the Japs were the founders of drifting. The reason when there is no manual GTR Skylines anymore is because the auto transmission in the GTR is so well designed and tuned that when it's in sports mode, it shifts twice as fast and hard than any human driving a manual can. Unless you're a fucking robot.
Well, I am a robot.
Yes you are. But your shitty CPU is based from a Commodore 64 computer. Your processor is so slow that if I told you to replay a crash scene, I would have enough time to go to the toilet, play a game of chess and order a pizza. I reckon after all that you would still be in the process of loading that comer bullshit.
I am sick and tired of talking to you, you dumb silicone tit bitch.
Now, you want to start ripping on my looks now, do ya? What about you? You are supposed to be a man, but you have no balls.
Have you ever heard the term, talk shit, get hit? Because if you think smashing into a brick wall doing 100 hurts, wait until you feel the power of my right fist. Rubber bitch.
Now. There's no need to get nasty. Just because you have no dick does not make you no less of a man.
Look, I think we got off on the wrong foot. I do love Holdens, but I'm also a big Nissan lover as well. I even owned a Nissan Silvia with a LS2 V8 engine in it. It's pulling 600 ponies at the treads.
Well, I am also a Holden lover. I even bought myself a new Series 2 Holden Cruise, because I wanted a car with great power and cool fuel economy. So you have a Silvia running a LS2 V8 engine. That is so fucking hot. That is like having the best of both worlds in one.
Tell me about it. I have chicks lining up by the hundreds, so they can ride shotgun. If only I had room for 2 more race seats, then it would be like a Playboy mansion on wheels.
You were so full of shit. Rubber dick. So what are you doing after this?
Hey, don't hate the player. Hate the game.
You're so in love with yourself.
So, after today's crash testing, would you like to come out to dinner with me?
Maybe.
I can come and pick you up in my Nissan NXR Coupe running a SR20 turbo engine from a Series 3 Bluebird.
Fuck that. I would rather some gay guy come pick me up in his candy apple red Holden Spark.
Settle down. I was only kidding. I will pick you up in my Holden HSV Series 3. It has a fat 6.2-liter engine running Walkinshaw cold air intake, full Walkinshaw exhaust system. It also is running a Stage 3 Crow Cam and has been muffless tunes by Sam's Performance. It is pulling 450 rear wheel kilowatts at the treads and has enough torque to snap the rear wheel studs clean off.
Wow. That is very impressive. But how about we take my Nissan Skyline GTR? It is running twin GT 3540 turbos, running 4-inch dump pipes running straight through to the rear with decats. It has twin turbo smart 45mm wastegates running screamer pipes out the bonnet. It also has custom 5-inch front mount intercool reverse mounted and G-ready intake. Has Nismo 2000cc injectors and 4-time Bosch 044 fuel pumps. It's running a Haltech E11 version 2 ECU and was tuned at Croydon Motorsports. It's only making a weak 600 kilowatts at the treads on pump fuel. But if I upgrade it to run on E85, it should pull around 800.
Sorry. Did I say my HSV was making 450 rear kilowatts? Sorry. I meant to say it was making 440 kilowatts until I fitted the Stage 3 Harrop center mount supercharger kit I bought from Walkinshaw, and I also fitted the massive liquid-to-air intercooler kit, 90-pound fuel injectors, triple Bosch 044 fuel pumps and surge tank and large transmission cooler. When I went to get a dyno tune at Sam's Performance, the standard diff exploded on takeoff. So it is now running a Harrop full spool 3.9 ratio diff unit, with upgraded billet axles. Then when they tried to dyno it at Sam's, it's had so much power it broken the dyno rollers in half. So I had to send the car to Queensland, so Coppa Performance could dyno tune this killer beast. It ended up making a weak 1200 rear wheel kilowatts. It ended up shy of the 1500 I was hoping for.
I feel your pain. There's nothing worse than spending 200 grand on a car that can only smoke the tires past 200 km/h. What wheels are you running? Do you have traction problems?
I am running 22 by 12-inch wide wheels all around. They are custom Lenso brand. I imported these wheels from the States. They are running 335/40 tires. It is bigger dish than a punch bowl you would find at your local high school dance.
Okay. You have won me over. Your Commodore is turning me on just thinking about it. Come pick me up at 6 p.m. I will make sure I am wearing my best push-up bra, so I can give you a massive hard-on when you see me.
That sounds great. Also, how about we take your GTR to my local Holden dealer tomorrow? Then we can see if they trade a new GTR for 2 new VE-GTS Commodores. Maybe we can con them in on giving us free HSV t-shirts as well. Also, all new HSV owners get 12 months free membership to the HSV Australia Club, which includes Skit Pan Days and National Park Drive Club events.
HSV. I just want one.
This video was made by Aussie Drifter.
For more fun car stuff, go to www.revtunracing.com.au.